It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The final week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17
well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll get get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Cowboys, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Pollard. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Prescott on 3rd and 2. This to Jarwin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
To Blake Jarwin.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Prescott.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Diggs on the tackle.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the scout troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He lets it fly from Lockett, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
At the 17-yard line, it's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Philip Dorsett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Aldon Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 41, Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
17 yards.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On first down, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. The 30, the 20.
Here we go.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete.
Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Defense, let's get out the field, defense. Mike 55, Mike 50. Hey, 0. Let's get out the
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
55, mark, 55. Here we go. Go down.
From the 38, Wilson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Russell Wilson. Sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
3rd down and 11.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
At the 28-yard
So
line.
from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On third down, Penny, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson, flush to his right. This is caught. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's third and 2.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second and 10, it's Wilson again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll roll him out right. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. To throw again is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Antoine Woods coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ezekiel Elliott.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
He's brought down at the
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 52. Go, get out there, get out there. Check 3.
They'll try and run some clock now. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
37-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a Cowboy first down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Run for Pollard. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Tony Pollard.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Rolling to his right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Number 3, Russell Wilson.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They run it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 24.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Cowboys 24.
So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick.
The kickoff for Seattle.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And we've got a timeout.
KJ Wright.
9 seconds remaining.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score, Cowboys.
Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed the head coach before the game that said, this is where our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident, because that might be the absolute mark that tells us, okay, maybe we have to run more offense because maybe he doesn't feel good about kicking it from this distance.
So for the Cowboys, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.